Hi everyone, let's build a Warmoth Tele. In this segment we'll be installing the neck pickup, Fender Original Vintage or 52 Tele pickup. We'll start out by again braiding the wires here. The black ground wire is the one primarily going around the hot lead since it's a bit longer. Again, that ground wire is not just cosmetic, the braiding, it's actually shielding the wire somewhat here. It's going to help keep the leads together as we thread them through the cavity as well. I'm going to take a quick look at the hole from the neck pickup through to the control cavity. You can see there on the right. Actually use a long drill bit and drill that through from the neck route. First we're going to go ahead and install the pickup screws. You'll have a little bit of wax to get out of the way, but you want to go ahead and leave that wax on the threading. And we'll do the same on the other side. You want to leave them just coming through the base plate as you see here. We're going to go ahead and do a test install. Basically want it just enough to hold on the surgical tubing so we can do a test fit. Make sure we get the holes lined up exactly where they should be. Carefully thread the wiring through into the control cavity. You want to support the pickup so you're not putting a strain where the solder points join the pickup. Here we're going to locate the neck screws, make sure we get them spaced evenly. Don't have them off to one side or the other. You can actually get it fairly lopsided in there if you're not careful. So especially in this case, we're not installing a pick guard. We want to make sure we use the neck to get it aligned just right before we make our screw holes. You also want to make sure that your pickup screws are in there vertically. You don't want to have them stretching out one way or tucking in the other way, because when you screw this pickup down, it's going to crack the edges, so you want to make sure that they're straight. We're going to go ahead and just spin the screwdriver to make a little recess here. Make sure that they're pointed out just right. So we're going to grab our wood block Jatoba, give very, very light taps. You don't want to bend the screw, just enough to make an impression in the wood. Carefully pull the pickup back out. Again, you're going to use your finger to keep the tension off of the solder point on the pickup. You can see there the very faint little tap marks we made. That's our marker points, and we're going to go ahead and enlarge those with our scratch awl. There's some remaining wax we'll go ahead and leave on there. We'll use that in a minute. It'll help those pickup screws go into the wood more smoothly. And it turns out, typically swamp ash is quite hard, but this particular piece is soft enough that the scratch awl seems to make a deep enough pilot hole by itself. And check it with the drill bit that I would have used, and we're already there on the left side. Need another tap on the right. I'm going to go ahead and test fit the screw to make sure, and yeah, it goes in there. We'll get it to cut its threads before we put the pickup in. Another tap over here. And we'll put the pickup screws back in and thread it back through to the control cavity once more. And take care to make sure you get into the correct holes. It is possible that you'd miss the holes that you made in most body woods and start cutting entirely new holes. You want to avoid that. Sometimes it works out and you never realize, but generally if you cut a second hole accidentally, then the first one will collapse and you'll have to cram toothpicks in there and repair it. So you want to make sure you get the screws in the pilot holes that you made. Another way to tell your neck pickup is lined up, you can see here the little V that it makes with the white and black pickup leads. It should center it properly in the route. And get them tightened down nicely here. Your pickup's still going to wiggle. If you've never adjusted the height on a Tele neck pickup before, it's going to wiggle all around in there, but that's just because the surgical tubing is holding it up. That's normal and to be expected. Here it is with the neck. Looks like we got it aligned properly and at about the correct starting height. Alright, up next we're going to be assembling the control plate. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day.